Well, according to the Food and Agriculture Organization, women produce between 60 and 80% of the continent's food with the latest form of technology known as AgTech. In developing countries, women are the pillar of rural economy. They consist half of the world's farmers and over the years broadened their involvement in agriculture. Now, with better access to information, training and technology, women can alter food production and consumption. Well, let's talk the role of women in agri-technology. Vuong joins me by phone from California. Lee is the Chief Executive Officer and founder, Fish Rock Laboratories Incorporated. Many thanks for your time, Lee. Let's begin this way. Yes. What's the place of women in agriculture technology at the moment? You may briefly want to share with us your experience.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. A few months ago, I participated in the 2017 Silicon Valley AgTech Conference, one of many conferences focusing in AgTech in Northern California. Now, looking around the room, I would say 30% of all participants were women, and 20% of all participants were either as a panel discussion or speakers. And this was a good sign. The distribution of women in AgTech at the moment, in my opinion, is analogous to that in computer technology in the early 80s and 90s. A few in management, in customer support or sales, very few in leading companies. However, the difference is in AgTech, there are more women in startups. And again, this is a good sign. And perhaps because the explosion of applications of computer technologies to agricultural and food tech.
All right,
I would say...
Yes, Lee, that's good to hear. Now, as the global community works towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, what impact can women make in this? And you may want to tell us their challenges so far.
Let me see if I see. So the question is, as we work towards a Sustainable Development Goals, what impact can women make? In my observation, women are mostly involved in smaller scale, hands-on, light industry businesses. They are the keeper of children, of household economy, and they're very sensitive to sustainability issues. And now I'm just talking in general terms, women tend to be more nurturing and appreciative of harmonious environment. So how can women impact the drive towards sustainable development objectives? I say definitely, either as workers or entrepreneurs in ag and AgTech, women can have a strong impact by their consciousness of the necessity of a peaceful, a harmony world. They can balance the necessity of feeding and housing of billions of lives, and at the same time maintaining a livable environment for many generations. In my own red melon farm, this is just for example, we don't use any toxic fertilizers, any toxic solvents at all in the process. We apply a zero waste concept where every part of the fruit would be used. The red melon oil is produced mainly by cold press, and the parts of the fruit that normally discarded, we also use that to feed animals. So every part is used. And I think just by being conscious of our impact to the environment and to the health of consumers, I think we can contribute to the drive toward a sustainable development.
Okay, let's talk briefly about the technology, the use of technology by women. Now, in your view, very briefly, do you think that this is now a critical priority for narrowing the gender gap in agricultural productivity?
The question is the application of technology in Nigerian agricultural development. Is that correct?
Generally, I'm talking about the technology, the use of technology. Has it been in any way, in your view, been a critical priority for narrowing that gender gap in agricultural productivity?
In my view, as a woman, I think in selecting the application of technology toward the development, the impact of the women in that area, to me, is very different. If you talk about the different gender here, and I think it's mainly because women tend to be more nurturing, and they are more in tune with the welfare of the children and their family. And that, I think, that drive towards the selection of technology, if I understand the question.
Yes, you're right on track, Lee. Well, we must leave it at that for now. Lee Vuong, the CEO and founder, Fish Rock Laboratories Incorporated. Many thanks for your time on Business Tonight.